Hey Libra, this is your reading for the month of August. I am doing things a little bit differently this time. This month, I will say. I mean, differently in general, but this month is going to be also more different. I started a Patreon page. So, as always, this reading is going to be general for the collective. So, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, take what resonates, leave the rest. But if it does resonate, I would suggest that you check out my Patreon page. I'll go ahead and put the link in the description below. That way you can get access to the extended version. And I'm gonna do that around like $5 for access for all the extendeds. But what I'll do in this reading, I'll do the usual, go through the vision I had during my meditation time for you. And then an energy check, a look into your past, present, future, and a current block, like check to see what is blocking you from being at your highest potential right now. And then from there, the extended reading will have a general action plan, and then a love, past, present, future, a past person and new person. And if you don't have a new person, that can still be energy that's coming in, that would be coming in. It might not even be romantic, what you're drawing in, what you're attracting. And then a love action plan. Again, if you're not looking to connect with people in that way, not looking for relationships, anything like that, it can also be, or if you're even already with somebody, it can be basically how to work on yourself, grow yourself, heal yourself, so that you can be in a place to attract more loving, higher vibrational energies, whether that's just growing yourself so that you can be in a better place in your current relationship or with others. So with that said, I'll also go ahead, and this is, like I said, Libra, so it's Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, or Venus. But a lot of times, if you have Libra and even just your Sun, Moon, or Rising, that's enough for this to be super fitting for you. But I will go ahead and put the link in the description below, where you can, it's like a free link where you can go and check out your natal chart, your birth chart, and that way you can see what other placements you have with other planets, or placements in planets and stuff, so you can check out for the other signs in your chart as well, any of my readings. And I'll put the description, or the decks that I use, in the description below. And yeah, so let's get started. So I am gonna go ahead and do oh wait, sorry, I forgot about that. So as far as the vision for you guys, honestly, it was kind of more basic, but it was pearls on a necklace, and then feeling each bead in your hand. So in your hand, with your hand, just feeling the individual beads. Could have been necklace or bracelet, but I feel like it was a necklace. So Spirit, God, Universe, what message do you have for Libra? What's their energy look like right now for the month of, I was gonna say for the month of Libra. No, actually for the month of August. What is Libra's energy look like for the month of August? What does Libra's energy look like for the month of August? What are they dealing with? What is their energy coming through right now for the month of August? What is the energy for Libra? I feel like saying some of you guys, it might be an element of kind of taking what's coming in and not questioning if things are going easy in something or if things are going smooth. Really just receive that as a blessing from the universe, and not really going into the mode of questioning, where is this coming from? Why is this so good? Waiting for the other shoe to drop. That kind of ends that energy, or not ends it, but blocks the abundance energy. So I feel like there might be a group of you or one or two people that need to hear that. Silencing the mind. Yeah, exactly. Going with that too. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. It's like when you start questioning and being like, oh, what about this? What was that? What was this? Why is this so good? You know, it sometimes closes off things. Drunk with love. Let love lift you to freedom. Again, I mean, part of letting love lift you to freedom is going into a place of trust. In order to love and let it penetrate into your heart so much, you have to be in a place of trusting and receiving that love. So it's like this is pushing it down, like shining down and like penetrating. And then this is like letting, like, let love lift you up. I feel like it's like receive it here and then let it lift you up to a new place. Wow, yeah. So really it is. It's like a matter of, you know, don't question where this is coming from. Don't question it. Just go forward. But the main thing is, you know, go to a place in yourself of trusting and receiving and allowing this to renew you and grow you and heal you. That's so beautiful. Oh, that's so crazy too. Look at that. Like there's like the design here and then the design here. And it's like, you might've just thought this was all it is. But once it's like penetrated in, it's like, boom, you see the full picture. And it's like, you can like be lifted up to this place of freedom of not just only seeing one thing, one side, whatever, or one moment in time, but literally like understanding how it all works together and understanding that you're not limited in possibilities and opportunities, and modes of maybe error. You're not limited to modes of error, but you're not limited in modes of function, I guess. You don't only have to function one way or another or what people say or anything like that. You end up being able to see like what is there for you. Let's check at your past, present, future energies, Libra. Apparently I was gonna do that, I guess. I don't know. Doing things backwards. You might be doing things backwards and wondering like, what the heck? This might feel so backwards to you because you've had things operate differently before. A lot of people are getting that energy right now. So, Spirit Guide Universe, what message do you have for Libra? What is their past, present, future for the month of August? What are they looking at? What have they been going through? What are they going to be coming to? Working at? What are they going to be going through in the future? What do you have for Libra? What do you have to show for Libra? What do you have to show? Some of you guys may feel like you've been like on display, or if you're not on display in this moment of needing to receive this love and receive this stuff, you feel like you're being watched, and so you're like, I guess I'll receive it, but like you're like, is this really receiving it? Like, where's this coming from? Like, I don't know. Some of you guys are questioning a lot of things in your life right now. I just feel that energy of like, where's this coming from? Spirit God Universe, where's this coming from? Spirit God Universe, what message do you have for Libra for the month of August? There we go. What do you got for Libra? What do you got for Libra? It's like I'm shuffling and I'm like hearing where's this coming from, and then I'm like seeing all the cards, and it's the idea that like if I position the cards in one way versus another way, it's like one way they might like butt heads, like see like if it's like butting, like let's see if I can get it. You know, see it starts like connecting and not moving. But if I just shift just a little bit and shift where it's coming from, suddenly it all works together. So it's like you might tell yourself, where's this coming from? But then part of you want to know where it's coming from so you can know how it'll work all together, or be sure that it's going to work all together. And that's part of the not trusting, and it kind of has been limiting you. I mean, it might have worked and been okay before, but you're in a better place right now, or you're coming to a different energy right now that operates differently. So, past, present, future. Okay. Past, Ace of Wands, and I don't do reversals. Don't read them that way. 5 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Present, 7 of Cups. Wow. Seven of Wands, Ace of Cups, and future, Four of Swords. That's crazy. Nine of Swords, and Justice. Wow, that part's like hitting my throat chakra. Let's look at this. So past, you got opportunity. I feel like saying opportunity knocks. So maybe you feel like opportunity knocked, maybe you missed the door, maybe it felt like you couldn't see who was at the door, and it might have been opportunity for creative, passionate pursuits, maybe even relationship stuff, things like that. I'm not sure this is really current. I feel like this is like past, and like in the recent past, you just keep remembering it, and it's like this phantom past you have, and then you've had, and then in the past, again, this is still a past row, and then you went to this place of, oh no, look what I lost. I keep losing this, and kind of feeling like you lost your soul in that. Like, not saying you lost your soul, but it's like, this was my pride and joy, or this was like gonna move me forward, and I lost that opportunity, and so now what? And then like not seeing what you had. So you just felt really like stuck in yourself and feeling like you lost, I feel like, part of yourself. And then got to a place of like, okay, well, you know what? I need to work on myself. I need to try to build my skills up. Maybe a relationship ended, maybe something ended, or maybe you just looked at times that you missed opportunities and are just like, you know what? I need to work on this. I need to build up my skills, and I need to do it from a joyful place. It seems like you guys went to this place of like, you know what? I want to rest in this. I want to hold true to what I have and build and flourish, I want to say, in what I have, in what I feel like partially built, so that you can build more. So you were like, you know, let me build myself up. In the present, you got to this place of the Seven of Cups of like, okay, well, what now? I have so many options, so many different things. You know, sometimes maybe even you might be looking back there and you're like, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be at a loss, and I don't want to like pick the wrong things to build in, to pour out in, maybe even relationships. I don't want to pick the wrong people to trust in. I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time, wasting my connections, and I kind of want to say feeling betrayed, like feeling like, again, shattered psyche, like maybe you guys went through some trauma, could be even child life trauma, past trauma, where you feel like you have like a shattered psyche element, where you feel like a new person, a different person. And some of you, like, even that was part of your healing, was like feeling like the rug got ripped out from under you, almost like a tower moment. And you're at this place, you're like, I don't want that to happen again. Even if it was a good thing, even if it led to something good, you're like, let me make sure everything, like I cross my T's, dot my I's, and like I like make sure everything is like in place, and I know what I'm working with and all that. Like you really aren't wanting to have your world shaken up again, whether that was your doing or whether that's a child, whatever. I was gonna say childhood, but even like having a child, or even like, you know, your parent, you know, as a parent, like what you've been through, like you don't want to be so shaken up. That's what I hear, what I see. And then, you know, you come to this place of, well, you know what? I need to defend my territory. I might not know what I want. I might not know but I need to defend what is here. I need to defend my creative, passionate spirit. I need to defend like who I am. But you kind of still are like, oh no, I don't know if this is right, you know? And you're trying to get this. I feel like this opportunity is coming through. It may be it could be a new hobby, a new something you do in that way. It could also be a love interest. A new love interest is coming through, a new even opportunity to meet people, to connect, that emotional release. And it's like, it's almost like this is the defense to that. It's almost like you've been through so much that you're looking at this new energy coming in and you're like, you don't want any part of this. I got mouths to feed. So some of you guys might be seeing yourself as like this baggage because of everything you've gone through, and maybe even like as a parent, and you're like, you don't want no part of this. And it's like to any kind of energy coming through. And it's like, and it's partially defending and being like, you don't want this. And then it's also partially being like, this is who I am. Trust me, like you need to like, I don't know, what is it? What, like, get on my same page? Like, my page is rocky? Like, something like that. Like, you sure you want this? You sure you want a piece of this? You know, and like in a relational sense, it's like, I feel like so on guard. But really it's because you feel like you don't know like what you've been working with. So you're like, no one could want this. Like, this is so crazy, everything that's happened. Whether it is or not, it's just, you know, and either way, it's like, even if you're just in defending yourself and like who you are and defending, you feel like that, some of you may feel like that's really, what is it called? Intimidating to potential partners. You might feel like the way you stand, the way you carry yourself in your life, the way you defend your position is really intimidating. And so you might be questioning like what kind of energy you're putting out or allowing in when you feel like that might be intimidating to people. And then come the future where you're looking and you're going to be like, okay, well, you know what? I need to take a step back. I need to figure out where I'm actually standing, what I'm working with, and so I can continue the fight. I say fight, but I feel like also it's this verbal, it's almost like a manifesto, like this verbal manifesto of this is who I am, this is where I stand. Not saying you're necessarily trying to write. Maybe some of you are trying to write, but it's this like knowing you. Maybe you guys are trying to write a book or trying to write something like that. You want to know, like, you want to really like holds to what you are. I mean, this looks like a lion, and it's like some of you may have Leo in your charts as well, fire signs. I mean, I'll go through all the signs, but and then from that place of resting, it's like some of you have gotten into that habit of, well, when you rest and when you say you need this rest, you go to this rest and then you start questioning, well, how did this get taken? Like, whatever happened with this? Where is this going? And you kind of have been going into this like place of fear, of questioning the universe and questioning like, what's going on? Is this too good to be true? Was this anything? Was anything really coming at me? Like, maybe I'm just not pretending. Well, okay, maybe pretending. Maybe I'm, what is it called? What is it? Maybe it's imposter syndrome and I'm not really as far as I think I am, or I'm not like, you know, maybe this is all in my head. Maybe this person was all in my head. Maybe this energy that's supposed to come out, maybe even opportunities that I saw were all in my head. What am I doing? Where am I going? Like, what does my intuition say? Some of you might have been questioning your intuition, or might be, and you might have. But ultimately, the whole purpose of this is for you to be able to go back to the drawing board and be like, you know what? I don't need this in my life. I don't need that in my life. I need to put down my mental boundaries. I need to put down my verbal boundaries. And I need to say, this is where I stand. This isn't where I stand. And guess what? I also need to silence my mind. I need to speak out what I can speak out, you know, put down my boundaries and be settled, be satisfied with that, and not go to this place of worrying in my head, but know that I've already put down my boundaries so I can actually start attracting love and allowing myself to release, maybe even attracting yourself, your best self to you, like that energy for you to work through, but allowing yourself to release and be able to move forward and be lifted up. Allow yourself to be lifted instead of like feeling like if you don't do it, no one will. Let me see this though. So as far as people, fire, water, earth, water, fire, water, air. So this could be anybody. I mean, it could be fire sign. In the past, you could have been dealing with fire signs of, you know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then in the present could be water, same way, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and water. It's like earth leaves though here. So in the past you might have dealt with an earth sign, and in the present you might be kind of like pushing away from that energy, and it's more so fire and water. And then in the future it's like air and air. Like you're going into this place of like this mental verbal place. And especially this has like the giant sword right here, like again, air element. Trying to see. Forget what I was trying to see. I was trying to see something, but I'm like trying to figure out now what it was. Oh yeah, and then air would be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And that's like, I mean, those don't have to be for sure, but a lot of times like they can have those placements in their charts. Like it doesn't have to be like the main one, or it could be anybody. But yeah, let me see. Do I want to check the theme of all this? Let's check the theme. I mean, it's a wide open space, I want to say. 8 of Cups. Yeah, this is just teaching you what to move on from. What to move on from. For like pack your bags and go. But pack your bags and go is like, look at the papers on the ground. It's like leaving some things and being like, I feel like it's almost like breadcrumbs, but instead of breadcrumbs, it's like papers of like, again, like a manifesto. So it's like a who I am, so I don't forget who I am. So some of you guys may be like in this place. It's like you might be moving on from a situation, but you want to like symbolically leave. Journal. Maybe some of you need to do some journal writing, but journal entry breadcrumbs, so that if there's a part you need to readdress, or you need to heal in or grow in, and you need to address something, connect back into a part in yourself, into a past place, you can. The other thing is, some of you guys, I feel like there's another group of you guys that as you leave, you're always looking back and you're like trying to keep communication open, just in case, you know, they miss you and they want to find you, you know, you want to be able to be found. So some of you guys, like, you're moving on from something, but you're moving on physically. Mentally, you've still been like really, like, I feel like saying held hostage by it. Not because you are actually hostage by it, but because you've allowed that to permeate your mind and be like, this is like my stance. This is like my, I don't know, identity maybe? Yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then let's take a look at your current block. Oh, I haven't even gone into, so yeah, as far as the necklace and the beads, it's like, you're really just going through each individual one that makes the whole. And the whole is like, it's something that goes on you. It's like an adornment. And you're really seeing each one for what it really is, instead of like just the whole picture of like taking it for granted. It's like you're really starting to see in all these things like what goes into each part of your life that you end up valuing, or that you end up putting on yourself and saying, this is me. It's like those papers, it's like the journaling, it's like the writing. You're really starting to, I feel like saying, meditate on who you are and what you adorn yourself with. Spirit, God, universe, what do you have for Libra for the month of August? What is their current block? What's their block? What blocks them from being the best version of themselves that they can be? What is blocking Libra for the month of August? What do they need to see and understand about themselves? Thank you, Jesus. What does Libra need to see and understand about themselves? Oh, apparently that. Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of going backwards. Like it's like when I was shuffling, like they're coming in and they were like pulled out sometimes, and it's like there's a lot of like sometimes just the way you're holding things, the way you're operating, it's like you might go forwards and then it ends up like pulling out of, I say the system, it's not a system, but like pulling out of, like if you're working together or if you're with other people and you're like this, I want to say crew, but this like team, and you guys all have your own different functions, and part of your function, and I'm saying like in the universe, not saying this is a work situation or anything like that, or even family. No, this is just in the universe, how you work with the people around you, how your energies work. And when you come in, you meet and you combine, and then there's this pulling away. And part of that pulling away is those questions of, is this really meant to me, for me? Am I good enough? I mean, not even am I good enough though, but rather like, you don't want a part of this. Like, I got a lot to offer, but like, I also have like a lot of bite. Like, I have like mouths to feed, you know, all this stuff that makes you pull away and say, this is too good to be true. Like, is this really real? Is this all in my head? What am I working with? Like, all sorts of things. Oh. Okay, so current block. See the tower. Oh, there you go. The moon and the world. Wow. Powerful. Okay, so the tower, I mean, I feel like this is, again, like I said, I got mouths to feed. Are you sure you can handle me? Are you sure you can handle this energy? Like, look what I'm capable of. Look what I can do. It's that kind of energy. So it's like that block. And you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do things on my own. I'm going to like, it's like, a lot of times with the moon, there's an element of like following your instincts, following your intuition, but not getting distracted. And right here, the distraction is like others seeing themselves as larger than they are. And it's like, if you don't pay attention to your path and you get distracted by that, then you start kind of buying into people's deflated senses of themselves. Inflated senses of themselves, an inflated sense of reality. I mean, I know that this card doesn't necessarily normally mean that, but that's what I'm seeing for this. So it's like, you do this, you go on your path, but you gotta like watch out for buying into judging yourself or getting distracted in yourself by other people's idea of their path, their reality, and what they do or don't see themselves as. But ultimately, I mean, it's the World card. It's like, the cycle is ready to end. It's ready to go. The only thing is it's like, you need to understand you have it all. You just need to quit questioning. And when the universe wants to bless you, it's like she's throwing off the hat, but I almost see it as the hat is coming to her. So she's about to be clothed in the last step. But she's doing that in this place of like serenity and comfort in, I want to say creature comforts, but it's like literally like she knows to make a picnic for herself here. You know, she's got like, say this is her house. She's like, you know, it's like when you come to that place where you're like, I got it, I'm good, and I can accept this love from the universe and I can let myself be lifted up to freedom, that's when you'll finally be free of all the fears of being intimidating and actually having that, oh, I don't want to destroy other people energy. And you'll be free of all that, and you won't even attract those opportunities to do that anymore, to be distracted in this way. And those around you will be in their element. They'll be comfortable. They'll be trusting in you. They'll be resting in all that. See, here you got the duality card, the cat that's all different ways, because you question, you're like, look what I'm capable of. Like, you want this? Like, And it's, again, remember I told you with the Tower card, you're like afraid. You don't want to see another Tower moment. So it's like, you're like, are you sure you want this? Like, look what I'm capable of. And because of that, you've like literally kept yourself from Tower moments that need to happen, 1. And 2, blamed yourself for Tower moments that needed to happen, even if it had nothing to do with you. So it's like, you can't blame yourself for the stuff that fell apart, that ended, that was meant to end so that something new could come through. You have to start accepting the new that's trying to come through. Let's see. And then the current block theme, 3 of Pentacles. You need to go back to the drawing board. I feel like saying it's not about going back to the drawing board, but I feel like saying you got to go back to the drawing board, but understand, like, this isn't just a just you thing. This is something you did with other people. You're not responsible for all that. You're not responsible for this confusion of identity here. You're not responsible for any of this. You have your own path, and yes, you might have been involved in some destruction, but you can also be involved in creating amazing things in this new manifestation of life and healing and creativity, I feel like saying, and growth. But you have to understand that you can come at stuff with people equally. That it's not this like, well, I'm going to get stuck in this and I'm going to do that. And like, you don't want a part of this. Like, there's people out there that are equipped and ready to handle and to be a good team with you and what you have to bring to the table. You don't need to run from it. I hope that resonates for you guys. Let me know in the comments what did, what didn't. And if it does resonate, I do suggest you check out, like I said, the Patreon link in the description below. I will, yeah, I'll put that obviously, like I just said. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please do. That way you won't miss out on any new content I put out. And if you feel, what is it? Not contemplative. Compelled to share this, please do. It helps my channel grow. And I mean, other people, a lot of times, even if you don't know they have Libra in their charts, it might resonate for them, or they might just check out their own sign. So either way, whatever people are meant to see, they will see, and it will bless people immensely. Yeah, so I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, okay. So I'll see you guys next time.